Hi, did you know that going through emotional pain can be a key to solve your problems? Let's check it out. Hi, I'm Paula Renova, founder of Renova Enterprises and creator of the Cardinal Method of Life Connection. And today we're going to talk about going through our emotional pain as opposed to avoiding emotional pain. What happens with pain is that it's part of life. So if we're working with the Cardinal Method of Life Connection, it means we're embracing our pain and our joy equally. So what I usually see people having a lot of difficulty with here is that they think it's easier to avoid the pain than to go through it, than to live the emotional pain. Now, I believe that nothing is just physical. Everything is always energetic and emotional before it manifests in the physical world and matter. So if we avoid emotional pain, it will still be there, as opposed to embracing it and living it. It's not easy, but it's not as bad as our minds tend to lull us into believing. And Gilles Mahan, which is a very good author in my opinion, he says that it's easier to live through physical pain than to face emotional pain. And that's why people get sick, in his perspective of Chinese medicine and other holistic approaches to physical health. And I believe it's true. So if we don't go through our pain, it festers and snowballs in the unconscious mind, and it will eventually affect an organ or an endocrine or body part. It could become chronic pain, fibromyalgia. There's always an emotional reason for a physical problem. So I'm not saying that if you avoid your emotional pain, you're going to get sick. I'm saying that we have a more fulfilling life when we face the truth of our emotions. And I see a lot of people who, instead of going through their emotional pain, they go sideways and they try to spiritualize it or to intellectualize it. And yes, I believe we need to use our brain power to understand our emotions with concepts. And yes, I believe we should embrace our spirituality, and we grow as human beings, and personal growth is very much connected to spiritual connection, but there are different paths to fulfillment. So there is no way you can substitute going through your emotional pain with intellectual tools or with spiritual tools. Meditation is wonderful, reading books is wonderful, but self-help is not going to solve your problem. And meditation gives us amazing insight. But if you have a catharsis in your meditation, if you burst into tears, if you feel like you need to call someone that you have resentment with, that is facing your emotional pain. And that is enough. Some of these things are very necessary for our spiritual and personal growth, but sometimes these tools are not enough. So conceptualizing pain, spiritualizing pain are avoidance mechanisms sometimes. So what I invite you to do is to connect with yourself, maybe make a list of all the emotions that you feel that are not right. Sometimes we feel anguish permanently and we don't know why. Go to the events of your life that are still unfinished business. See where you have emotional pain with a friend or an ex, lover, husband, wife, whatever. Your parents, siblings, family members. Just make a list of people that you don't have peace with, and see if that's still painful for you. And if it is, go through the pain either by yourself. Just writing down, journaling is a great emotional tool to release your pain. Or maybe you can get in touch with the person and call the person and see how that goes. And you will know that understanding the pain afterwards with intellectual work, with books, or spiritualizing and understanding it from a spiritual perspective will make much more sense, and you will be complete in your personal development path. So I hope it was clear. Please comment, ask away. It's nice when we do this in public because we can all engage in a discussion. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. The channel has a lot of amazing videos about the soul and the Cardinal method and a lot of other subjects. And you can also subscribe to our Facebook, in the Facebook groups that we have here. We have Renova News, so you can just ask to be added to that group. And follow us on Instagram as well. So there's a lot of social media around the Cardinal method. So join us, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you.